Hey everyone, welcome to the very first episode of our podcast. I'm Jenny.
And I'm Celese.
And we are the hosts of the Sloppy Book Club.
In this episode, we just wanted to introduce ourselves so you know a little more about us and why we thought podcasting was such a good idea.
So yeah, again, I'm Jenny. I'm a mom of 2 boys. I'm married for about 8.5 years, and I'm a nurse in the NICU.
Awesome. I'm Celese, and I'm a mom, a fiance, and pre-K teacher. Really, podcasting came about because I noticed that over the summer, Jenny and our friends, we were really into reading a ton of books, talking to each other about the books. TikTok was becoming really popular because of the pandemic, and I kept telling them about these crazy stories I would start reading. And we kind of just started a book club that way with some of our friends. And throughout the weeks and months, I was just like, why don't we actually start recording some of these conversations? Because I thought we were pretty funny. I thought, some of these books were really good. And I wanted to share that. And Jenny was super on board. She's a big avid reader. And it was just something we both really enjoy doing.
Yeah, I thought it was a super fun idea, so I just ran with it. I think our goals for this podcast is mainly to just have fun. We don't want to take away from that just because we've had fun doing it before without recording. So I think doing it this way, I think we just want to enjoy it with everyone. We're going to review books, get down to the nitty-gritty, talk about authors, upcoming releases, maybe go to some book cons, which we already plan to do this year, and drink wine in the process.
Unfortunately, excuse my son screaming in the background if you heard that. This is our first podcast, obviously, and we're doing it in my home, and he just screamed. So if you heard that, I'm sorry. So as I was saying, I'm not going to be able to partake in the wine drinking at this time because I am pregnant with our second son. Hopefully he won't be a screamer like his brother and interrupt the whole podcast. But yeah, so hopefully I can get some non-alcoholic wine recommendations. That's something I have heard about, or maybe some mocktails. So in our Instagram, if you want to DM me or put in our comments somewhere, that would be greatly appreciated.
It would be. That would be really fun. So yeah, let's get into what we like and don't like about reading. So why do you love to read, Celese? Tell us.
I guess it's just the escape, the romance, the emotions that it, brings you to, whether it's high emotions and you're crying because you love the characters, or you're crying because you hate them. The romance, some of the hot, spicy scenes I'm a big fan of. The spicier, the better in some cases.
Yes, the escape is definitely it for me. The escape allows you to just forget about the real world, that kind of good stuff. So yeah, I know you have a Kindle. Is that your preferred method of reading? Do you like physical copies?
I have hard copies if I really, really love the Kindle version. If there's a book that I read on Kindle and I'm just okay, I need the physical copy of it, I'm definitely going to get it. Don't get me wrong, a physical book, there's nothing like it. Opening up the pages, having the cover art, those kinds of things, I love it. But Kindles are just so convenient. Ebooks are... It's just the convenience of it, it's in the palm of your hand, it fits everywhere you go, whereas, you get a hardcover or even a paperback, it's still pretty heavy, it's still pretty bulky, so I'm definitely a Kindle kind of person.
I sort of kind of agree.
I knew you were going to say that.
Sort of. So I'm a huge lover of hard physical copies. That's what I love.
You guys need to see her collection, it's huge.
I love it. But... unfortunately, I'm spending way too much money on these physical copies. So my husband pushed me to get a Kindle, and I absolutely love it. I can take it anywhere. I can take it to work, outside, in the car, driving. It's super convenient. Plus, you get a lot of options on what to read, and most of them are free, which is pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah.
But I really, really love my hard physical copies. I love the smell of books, special editions, all that good stuff. Yeah, those are really fun to have, and they're like trophies.
They really are.
Right?
Oh my God, I've never thought of it that way.
Yeah, you read a book and you're like, awesome. I'm going to go throw it on my shelf and never look at it again.
Here's my souvenir.
Yeah, that is true.
The emotional wreck this book put me through sometimes.
I know, right?
Well, speaking of those kinds of books, what are like your go-to, your favorites?
As in genres or like just, okay, so I'm huge on YA fantasy. That's my go-to. Anytime I want to read something, I try to go to YA fantasy. You have kind of pushed me into the smutty versions.
Yes.
So then I started leaning into NA fantasy, and now I pretty much read porn sometimes. But honestly, YA fantasy, sci-fi, those are my go-tos.
Well, you need to get on Ice Planet Barbarians.
Oh my God.
Then.
Yeah.
That is my comfort book, my comfort series.
Your alien porn.
My alien porn, my blue monsters, my blue aliens. I can't get away from them. I love it.
Would you say that genre is like your go-to?
I guess so. Blame TikTok, honestly, because some of these TikTok recommendations, I'm just like, oh, let me give it a go. It's probably not going to be that great. And then it's just like sucks you in. I mean, the Ice Planet Barbarian series is like 22 books. And
yeah,
then
that's insane.
And then it has its spin-off, Ice Home. So, like, I can talk about this forever, but I won't.
That's a commitment.
I won't. But, genres would have to be some spicy romance. I do like some thrillers and mysteries and that suspense too. That's something that I want to delve more into. I haven't recently. So again, recommendations, send them our way. Some good thrillers or suspenseful books. I would love to read more of those kinds of things.
I have a very small section on my shelf for thrillers. More like Stephen King thriller type books. But I know for a little while you were into mafia stuff.
Oh my God. How can I forget my mafia romances? That's a whole different realm. If Ice Planet Barbarians and alien porn is one, mafia porn is even worse.
Ridiculous.
Like, it's so ridiculous.
It's so funny.
But it's so good. You kind of get sucked into the world, and sometimes you open these books and, you know, some of the dialogue, you think the men are talking to you, and you're like, wait, it's a book. It's a book. Settle down.
Jeez. Now, your favorite book of all time?
You're going to hate this answer.
Oh, my God. I already know.
It's Twilight. It's my go-to. Like, it's my comfort. It brings me back to my younger years. It's just, I can't get over it. I know people don't like it. It's not their favorite.
Yes, don't hate me. I absolutely hate it. Well, actually, I've never read Twilight.
You see,
I saw the movies.
Yeah.
But anytime I ask people, they're just like, well, I guess it's not for everyone, and I don't want to read that. I don't want to read a book that starts off like that. I want to read something that people are like, I love it, it's great, you're going to love it. No thanks.
I loved it. It's my go-to. Like, I can't help but not to love it. I randomly will start reading the series again, and then I have a movie marathon. I get
That's fun.
Eric to watch it. Angel hates it, but you know. It's my go-to. I can't get over it. But speaking of favorite books, what are some of your favorite authors? Who's your go-to?
Let's see. So I think my go-to author is Victoria Aveyard. I absolutely love her.
Red Queen.
Yes, I love the Red Queen series. It's a YA fantasy. And she's from Mass, like we are, which is awesome. She's pretty close to us. It's a cool little fact. But my favorite book would have to be Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. It's a Greek mythology fantasy, and I absolutely fell in love with it the first time I read it. And my go-to favorite books, Harry Potter. I like you with your Twilight series. I read the books, I watch the movie marathons, so on and so forth. Shut up about it.
No, it's great. I know some authors drops are happening with some upcoming books that we're super excited about. And if you haven't joined our Instagram, please do at the Sloppy Book Club, because we do have a giveaway for one of these authors that we actually really, really like, and that's Sarah J Maas.
Whoop, whoop.
Throne of Glass is just such a great series, and it went from Throne of Glass to Court of Thorn and Roses series, and now Crescent City. Like, I'm super excited for this upcoming book.
Yes, we all are. I actually didn't start reading any Sarah J Maas books till last year because you totally pushed me into her world, and I never left. I just want to live in her world and be done with it. Yep. I love the Throne of Glass. ACOTAR, it took me a little while to get into, but...
I can't believe you say that.
I know. Well, the first one, I feel like it didn't... Not that it dragged. It was a good book, but I think after reading Throne of Glass, it wasn't the same for me. And because I loved it so much, it was hard for me to get into. But after reading the second one, after meeting Rissan... I fell in love, and I was hooked. I was done. She is an automatic buy for me, always and forever. Yes. She's a genius.
Yeah, I totally agree. Anytime she drops anything, I'm going to be trying to buy it. As you know, I have so many copies.
She does. It's ridiculous.
House of Sky and Breath, that is absolutely ridiculous, and that's why I'm giving one of them away. Because I'm just obsessed with her. And now I understand why some of her books go for so much money during resales, because she is just that kind of author. You just want all her books.
I'm not a fan of that, though. I absolutely hate those resale prices.
Yes.
I think it's ridiculous.
Well, we're giving one away for free.
Yes, for free. So please go to our Instagram and enter to win. It ends on Tuesday the 15th.
The drop of Crescent City
Part 2.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
So excited. But let's dive into that, because Crescent City left us with so many questions.
So many, and I hate it.
That we're hoping with this second book, it answers some of these crazy questions we have. I'm not I don't do theories, so I don't have any theories on what's going to happen, because I just want to see it played out. Like, I'm not that type of person who's just like, oh, I think this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'd rather not go crazy, but I need answers. And that is from the Oracle.
Yes, so many questions from that Oracle. I can't stand it. So if you have not read Crescent City, please stop listening right now.
Yep, spoilers.
And yes, there are going to be spoilers right now, so come back when you're done reading it.
Or you're just going to be confused at the same time.
Yes.
Whether it's a spoiler or you're just like, what are they talking about?
True. So yeah, Crescent City, it takes place in a planet called Midgard, which has different countries or territories. It's very confusing at first. There's a lot of characters, a lot is happening. I did have to read the couple chapters over and over.
Yeah. I think it's the political affiliations. Like, each house has its own political views, which is kind of different than... I wouldn't say different, because I guess in A Court of Thorn and Roses, there were different courts, and they handle things differently in each court.
Yes.
So I would say that was kind of similar with the, politics.
But there was only, one type of... I don't know, like in Crescent City, there's Vanir. In Vanir, there's werewolves, there's sprites, there's fae, there's everything. And in ACOTAR, there's one thing.
Yeah, that's true. So this is way more complex.
It sure is.
You even have otters who deliver mail to you.
I absolutely love that part of the book where she gets so excited over the otters. I think that was so cute. Where
are some of your questions, Jenny? I know.
Oh my God, I do. So my biggest questions are from the Oracle, like I feel like everyone else feels. Hunt Athalar. Okay, so his real name's Orion, means a hunter. Who's his father?
Yes.
Who is he? Why do they mention something about it in the beginning and then at the very end?
Yeah. You don't hear anything else in between. And if you don't, I even forget that sometimes that his dad was even mentioned in the beginning or even towards the end. But he's someone, I guess, really big.
He's
I don't
important.
know.
He's important because not only does Hunt only mention his mother and how much he loved her and the way that she died, but then at the very end, Jessica, am I saying that right? Jessica and
she's another character.
Adis, the demon.
Yes.
They're talking about Hunt's father.
Exactly.
That Jessica knew him. Okay, so how?
What does that mean?
So I can't wait. What else did he get from the Oracle? Oh,
to stay away from Bryce.
Why? They love each other so much, and I want them to be together.
You know they're gonna fall in love, and it's just like I'm hoping it's not gonna be a Tamlin situation where we fall in love with him.
I know.
And then hate him, but I can't see us hating him.
I can't.
But are we gonna hate her? Is she the Tamlin in this situation?
I didn't think about that.
Okay, here I am saying that I don't want to do theories.
I know.
And here I am shooting one out, but it's a thing. Why does the Oracle not like her? I feel like she really does not like her.
Damn you, Sarah J Maas.
And Bryce's brother, wasn't his
Rune?
Yeah. Wasn't his prophecy something about like the bloodline is gonna end with him? What does that mean?
Ends with him. I thought at first that he was gonna end up dying at the end of the book, you know, but
still
obviously he didn't. I know, but I really like him.
I know, he's super
I'm gonna be
cool.
upset. But yeah, I don't understand that. I feel like we're gonna get totally blindsided by that.
I think we are because she blindsided us at the beginning of this book by killing everybody.
That's true. The whole wolf pack.
Like that was insane to me.
Danica, the best friend.
The brother. Oh my god. Sorry guys, I haven't read it in like a year, so I'm not.
Connor and Ethan, but Ethan didn't die. It was just Connor. Yeah.
But like I was thinking, a cute love story between Bryce and Connor, and nope.
That was too easy. That was way too easy.
Hey, he waited his time.
I know he did.
He waited for her. He finally
said
was gonna get that date, and boom, dead.
I know, that was terrible. That was sucky.
That really made me sad. I felt really, really bad.
Yeah. That was pretty terrible.
But I like how we can kind of connect to these characters more. Like, even though it's fantasy, it's a little bit realistic in like the aspects of partying and going out with your friends and doing those kinds of things. I really like that.
It's like an urban fantasy, so it's just a city development.
I really enjoy that.
Yeah, I agree. So Danica, speaking of Danica, who the hell is her father? Why is she the alpha? Why are they predicting that she's going to be this huge alpha wolf and she should be taking over the prime when her grandfather dies and not her mom? Why did she get
that kind of like
her sword? Like, why did she get given the sword from the house? So that was another question.
And she was doing like a lot of research too, but they don't really go into what she was researching.
Yes.
During that whole situation.
The industries. What is that called? The Redner Industries.
Wasn't she there doing like a ton of research kind of thing?
She was.
But they don't really tell us.
Yeah, the only thing they say was that she finally found out something sketchy was happening. And that's when the whole thing with Micah and he blackmailed her and all that good stuff. And that's why he killed her. But they don't really mention what kind of research she was doing. Yeah. Because Micah did mention that.
So that's going to be something I'm pretty sure is going to be brought up.
Yeah.
It's just so much time. This was a hefty book.
It really was.
It was a lot of information. So I can only imagine the second one. And I'm excited.
You should see my tabs.
They're all
so
open with them.
Bad. I hate it.
It's a lot of things to just remember and unpack, and I'm kicking myself because I didn't do a reread, so I'm depending on you for some of the information.
I skimmed a lot of the reread of mine. Another Oracle thing. She, I don't even remember what the Oracle was.
I think it's a she.
So, the Oracle.
Forgive us.
Yes,
Forgive us.
please. Sorry. So the Oracle said also, "Oh, you remind me of that which was lost long ago. I had not realized it might ever appear again."
Yeah, when she was talking to Hunt.
Yes,
yeah.
They don't answer
What does
that.
mean?
They don't answer that at all. He has the gift of lightning, right? He's super strong. And
Isn't
then
he like one of the strongest?
he is. And that's why he was the assassin. And that's why everyone wanted him. They passed him along. But who was it Adis said, what did he say? Oh, the halo. He called his halo the slave mark, a crown, a black crown. He called it that in the book. And I don't know why. Why did he call it a black crown? I don't know, but I'm super intrigued by it. Because everyone called it the slave mark. That's what it was, a slave mark.
Why would it be?
Why did the demon call it a black crown? I see your head spinning.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh my god, I'm going to have to reread. That's so good.
I know.
It's just a lot to unpack. And then
Yes.
I'm super excited that we have those tickets to her virtual
That's
book
right. I
tour.
forgot about that.
So I'm hoping she does answer some of these questions, but I'm pretty sure she's gonna wait for the book. But I'm interested to see what she has to say in regards to some of these questions.
I hope at least half of them get answered.
In the book, absolutely. She better answer one of these
Something.
horrible questions.
There's so many things. So many freaking things.
And I feel like we're missing, like, the mer people, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna, I think, have a bigger part maybe this time around.
I hope so. What was his name? Therion? Something like that. Yeah. He was a good one.
Yeah.
And there was... So, Sky and Breath, that's more the Fae houses, right? I believe it was the Fae houses. So I'm hoping that they answer some of the questions about the Star Sword and why Bryce and Rune both have the light in them and why the demon could sense that which light each of them had. Because even Jessica mentioned that at the end of the book. She said, you can tell that Bryce has Thea's light, and he said yes, that he remembers that hue. So I wonder.
I'm hoping we get to know more of Jessica's background.
I like her.
I love her.
Yeah, I really do.
At first, I thought she was good. She was like the worst, just because your boss, like who likes their boss,
right?
Kind of
Nobody does.
But
and she was mean.
She was very mean,
especially to Lahaba. I don't think she's dead. I don't think she's dead.
You don't think she's dead?
Nobody found a body. There were no ashes. Where is she? I don't think she's dead.
But wasn't she all fire and then was all water?
Yeah.
Why was it?
So I get the concept of that, but I feel like she's gonna throw a little loop in there. At least I'm hoping.
She's like a cat. She has more than one life.
Hoping. Ugh, I hate it because I really liked her.
Evaporated into mist and she's gonna reform.
I hope something because there were water sprites.
You're hoping she's Groot.
Oh, Groot. I don't know. I'm hoping something because that's not fair.
She
died.
I know.
She was finally free.
Oh,
so sad.
Moment of silence.
I know. Pray.
No. Okay, so let's get into Jezebel because I feel like she's gonna be super important in the second one. We get a little bit of background of who she kind of is, but not really. Like, this woman has a cash flow.
She does.
And a huge collection of just artifacts and books and things that people didn't know she had that was secret.
Illegal.
Yeah. So I need to know more.
Right. It mentions that the library, towards the end, it mentions that the library is actually, Parthos? And that was the library back in the human civilization, where it was just humans before everyone else showed up in Midgard. So why does she have it?
How does she get it?
Right. Why does she have all these artifacts? How is she obtaining them? The amulet, the Archesian amulet that she gave to Bryce kind of mentioned that there were only like 5 left in the world. She had 1, but 1 was already destroyed. So how does Jessica have 2? Because now she stole a second one from her safe. So how does she have 2 if they belong to these priestesses that were fighting in the human rebellion back in the ancient human times?
And my thing is, can you really do anything behind Jessica's back?
No.
I don't think you can.
Absolutely not.
So I think even if Bryce did steal something, or, well, she kind of did. She went into the safe and took it.
She did. That is stealing, people.
That is stealing. So she did take it. But my thing is, I think she knew. Like, she has to know. Like, her security system is legit.
Yeah, top notch. I agree with that. I think she did know. She definitely doesn't let on to a lot of things. She keeps a lot of things hidden. But I really like her. So
I do.
Hopefully we get to see more of her.
Yeah.
What about Fury?
The crazy assassin that we just know nothing about?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They met in school and she was there on a job. So why doesn't everyone ask her who she is and where she's from?
Yeah.
We don't know what house she's from. If she's even from Midgard. Is she a human? Does she have powers? I have no idea.
I couldn't answer that.
I am lost with Fury, but I'm intrigued.
She's interesting.
She sure is. All right. I think that is everything that I was thinking, that we were thinking and talking about. I really don't know what else. There's so many questions.
There's so many. And like I said, this was a really big book with a lot of information, and it's book 1. So I'm pretty sure there's a ton of more world building and character development and just like storyline within storyline that's just gonna just go crazy. I'm interested to know how many books she's planning on doing with this particular series, because she's not even done with ACOTAR.
Right.
So I'm really interested to find out that.
I know, because she kind of, like, yes, they mention all of the houses. I think there's like 4 houses in Crescent City, but they mention the planet as a whole. They don't, like in the maps, you don't really see where the Asteri are from. So how big is that going to be? We don't know anything. So I don't know if she's really planning on doing more than 4 or developing more beyond that.
And question, even though I don't really like him, but Bryce's father. I don't really like him, but I'm interested to, like, what is their relationship going to be like in book 2?
Now that people know.
Yeah. And then the relationship with her brother. Like, you know, they're finally talking and...
Right. She forgave him. They're friends now. What I thought was really weird, somewhere in the middle of the book, the Autumn King had Rune in his office, and he was like playing with some prism stuff, and he asked him to bring out his light.
Oh, right.
And he was trying to figure something out, but Rune didn't really go into it and didn't ask him. So what was he doing? Is he trying to use Rune to do something?
Ooh.
Is he just an asshole and is just using his son?
But is he is he an asshole like Rhysand was, where you had to hate him, but he was actually protecting his children?
I like it.
But I don't think that's gonna happen. I think he's just an asshole.
I really like that now. Now I'm like, maybe I shouldn't hate him so much.
But I don't know. That's the beauty of her books now, because she has so many different characters that you're like trying to connect them all.
I like it.
But I don't know.
He's gonna be totally like this random character that
probably
is gonna be just an asshole
the whole way through. Ever again. But hey, it's a possibility. Look at me. I said I hated theories, and here I am throwing some out. I'm sorry.
Yes, you are. Good job.
I'm sorry.
You added another question in the back of my head.
I apologize. I didn't.
Now I'm going to wait for the Autumn King. See what develops.
We'll see. like I said, Tuesday.
I know.
Can't wait.
I'm really excited. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram at the Sloppy Book Club. Make sure you enter the giveaway. I mean, it's a free book. Why not? Right?
Of a highly anticipated book.
Yes.
So I know you're not going to get it until after the book drops, but hey, you'll have a hard copy of it.
Yes,
a nice exclusive copy. The band exclusive has the bonus scene of Rune in it. So I
That's
hope you
exciting.
enjoy it. Yeah.
I'm actually missing out because I don't have the BAM exclusive on pre-order.
I know.
Boo.
Girl, I'm crazy. I know. Going crazy trying to get all these exclusive bonus scene ones, which drives me crazy, but I have to do it because I need him.
I know. FOMO.
All right.
So next episode, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking we're gonna probably dive into Crescent City too.
All right, I like it.
You guys have any pressing questions that you want answered and you're hoping are answered? Leave them in the comments. Let us know what you're thinking, what your theories are, what you're anticipating, because we don't know.
Or even with Crescent City, if you feel like you can answer some of our questions that we kind of brought up, or if you have theories of your own, we would absolutely love to hear about them.
Absolutely. Especially if you're like, girls, did you not read this part of
Exactly,
the book?
I know. What if we're so stupid we missed something? We don't know. It's fine. We'll take it.
Right.
I can handle it.
We're still trying to unpack this story.
Yes.
And see where it goes. Maybe you know something we don't.
Exactly. Yes.
Let us know.
Please. So thank you so much for tuning in and listening to us.
Even if it sounded like we were rambling and there was some screaming in the background. We're really excited to go on this journey with you guys, and I hope you join us and enjoy it and have some laughs and a good time.
Yes. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye,
Until
guys.
next time. Bye.
Bye.